Hi guys, this short video has to do with word categories, and it's meant to help you kind of visualize your vocabulary better, so that when you're asked questions in the quizzes or in the tests, you can have a better idea of how to match them up, okay, and what they're about. So we're going to recall a lot of this stuff through English equivalents as well. First of all, we're going to see our cognates. We've defined cognates in class, and we're just going to emphasize again that your cognates are words that are going to be known as between two languages, and they're going to have the same or similar meanings, and they're either going to either coincide with their spelling and or pronunciation. Some examples of cognates are going to be disc. In Spanish, disc is disco. Okay? You use the K in Spanish very seldomly. So whenever you have kind of this strong K sound, you're going to have an S with a C. So it's disco. Regular is just regular in Spanish. And delicious is delicioso. Okay? And it's gender related, so it could be deliciosa. Disc is only disco. There is no disca. A few other items that are also cognates would be impossible. In Spanish it is imposible. Notice only one S. Restaurante for restaurant. Ends with an E. And menu, which is menu, accent on that U. Now we're going to briefly cover two other categories, which are your synonyms and antonyms. Your synonyms in Spanish are going to have the same definition as they do in English, and they're going to be words that have the same or nearly the same meaning as another in the language. Try to see if you can come up with some synonyms for these three words in English: for beautiful, big, and hate. You can check yourself and see if you came up with these synonyms for the words. For beautiful, you have stunning. For big, we have large. And for hate, we have loath. In Spanish, we have these three descriptive adjectives, and the synonyms that we could come up with for them would be: for bonita, it could be linda, as in pretty. We also covered guapa, which you can use interchangeably for men as handsome, or guapa for women as good looking or pretty. Grande would be enorme for enormous. And generosa, you have caritativa for charitable. On the other hand, we have that antonyms are going to be words that have opposite meanings to each other. And this is the same for English and Spanish. Test yourself and see if you can come up with the antonyms for these three words. So you should have been able to come up with the antonyms for these words in English. So you had, for good, the opposite would be bad. For big, we have the opposite, small. And for hot, the antonym would be cold. Test yourselves and see if you can come up with the opposite or the antonym for these three words in Spanish. Okay, you should have been able to see that the opposite of alto is bajo. The opposite of mal is bien, as in well. And the opposite of gordo is flaco. So we have alto for tall, bajo for short, mal for bad, bien for well, gordo for fat, y flaco for thin or skinny. Now do the same for these other three words. Find the opposite or their antonyms. Okay, for bueno we have malo, good, bad. For dia we have noche, dia day, noche night. For simpático, nice, we have not nice, antipático. Okay, so simpático, nice, antipático, not nice. Okay guys, so hopefully you've taken notes all throughout, and this brings us to the end of this video. Now we can relax, hopefully. Okay, hasta luego.